everybody, I am so sorry I haven't filmed a video for such a long time. The last one I did was with the girls, and as you know, I work in retail, full time, and it's many hours. This choker is choking me. Anyway, I wanted to film this video for such a long time, but I got an upgrade, so I thought I would film it with my new phone, and here it is. I wanted to film this video for quite some time, but I was waiting to get upgraded, and I thought I would do it with my new phone. Although my iPhone 6 was still holding strong, I had no problems except a little bit with the battery life, if you know what I mean. But other than that, I had no complaint. But they kept calling me from the car phone warehouse and texting me, and someone called me and said, how would you like to pay £2 less per month and get a new phone? I said, yeah, go for it. So I got a new phone. I got the new iPhone 7, which is gorgeous in rose gold, and here it is. It doesn't look very differently from iPhone 6. I got also a new case, which is it's flexible, it's soft case, it's not hard case, and an eye ring. I'm going to put all the links below from Amazon, because the eye ring is a lifesaver, because not only you can hold your phone like that so it doesn't have a risk of you dropping it, and also you can stand it like that and you can watch movies on the go and all that. It also comes with the new kind of headphones, which have the fire wire. They're not with the usual old-fashioned jack. So the phone itself is very elegant. It's in a rose gold, and it has a bigger camera, so it means killer selfies. So I'm gonna try a selfie now. Going to wear these cute glasses with the rose gold detail, and I'm going to have my phone here so you can also view the apps as I am using them. The program I am using to record my phone is called the Lonely Screen. I'm going to put a link below if you want to go and download it. My lock screen has a beautiful lyric from Over the Rainbow, which is where troubles melt like lemon drops high above the chimney tops. That's where you find me, which is my life's motto. So when you open, it's trying to open it. Here we are in. So I've got on the first page, I've got all the apps that came with the iPhone. I've got messages, calendar, photos. I've got the camera, of course, videos, maps, weather. I've got a few more apps for the weather. I've got weather, weather plus, and authentic. And the weather plus one is quite cute actually, because it gives you the weather in different, I have put Thessaloniki, Athens, London, of course. So it gives you the weather in different parts of the world. Spetses, Brighton, I got Paris, New York City, and San Francisco, because I like to imagine things. Miami, Florida, just to be very, very jealous of the weather and the temperature, and even more so Newport Beach in the OC. And then I've got all the regular App Store, Pop, iTunes Store, FaceTime settings, podcast numbers, home pages, iMovie, iBooks, Keynote, Find Friends, Health and News. For the podcast only, I want to tell you about two podcasts I am currently subscribed to. The first one is My Dad Wrote a Porno, which is the most hilarious podcast ever. It is number one on iTunes. It is quite obscene. It's about someone's dad who wrote a porno, but very badly written. And also he comments while reading the book with two of his friends, were also very funny. The comments are hilarious. The book is so bad, it's genius, and I highly recommend it if you are an adult. It's very obscene, but it's hilarious if you have been living in another planet and you don't know about it. The other one is Serial. Ditto, Where Have You Been the Last 3 Years? The first series of Serial was incredible, with Sadiq, oh my god, I was going to name the London mayor. What was it? Adnan Syed, who is accused of a murder. He keeps claiming he didn't commit, and you need to listen to the first series. The second one, I'm a little behind because I have 11 unplayed episodes, but it is also brilliant. It's about a soldier in Afghanistan, I think, or Iraq. Anyway, I have to catch up. Sorry, I was listening to My Dad Wrote a Porno and I got left behind. So this is the podcast. Then I've got all the rest, like Home, which I don't use. Pages, which is like a Word app. iMovie, sometimes I film and I would like to edit my movies there. So on the second page is where I have most of my mostly used apps, starting at the very top with my social media app, my Facebook, my Messenger. Oh, I've got a message I need to read, but in private, please. Pinterest. I've got List, which is very funny app, and it has different lists. And if you were watching The American Office, BJ or JB Novak has created this app, and it's all kinds of different lists, not a shopping list, but all kinds of different lists. Very funny. I've got, of course, Instagram. I will put my Instagram below to go and follow me. And also Snapchat, which I rarely use. I use it mainly to follow Gabby and Primark and a couple of friends. Pages where I've got my Charm by Makeup page to manage and post things. I hope you're following me on Facebook. I've got my Twitter and my Tumblr, which I go very rarely, but I still love to peruse it, and Periscope, which I used to be a huge fan, but I haven't been there for such a long time. And I used to have Vine as well, but Vine is of course gone, which is very sad. Then I've got all my Google apps here. I've got the regular Google app, I've got Chrome browser, I've got Blogger, which sometimes I like to post or edit my blogs. Google Photos, which is brilliant for photo managing. Google Translate and Google Maps, which are of course lifesavers. Then I've got my comms, WhatsApp, Viber and Skype for private conversations with my friends and family. All kinds of utility apps, my contacts, my calculator, Dropbox, QR reader, countdown towards events like Christmas and my birthday, voice memos, which I have never ever used, Compass, which probably I will never use, the Greek keyboard, remote for my Apple TV, tips, my O2 watch, which I don't have a watch. Wallpapers is quite a cool app because it gives you different wallpapers. It has ads It's very nice if you want to put a new wallpaper on your phone. I love this tiger. Oh, and look at that beautiful city, and you can also select themes, so you have a lock screen and a photo for your wallpaper. Then I've got on the second line, I've got my London travel, and this one is the best app ever. I couldn't live without it because it gives me a countdown of all the buses when I'm waiting on a bus stop, and I know what time my bus is coming. And it's so good, especially when I'm at home and I want to schedule when to leave home and catch a bus. I can program and say, you know, if the bus is coming in 20 minutes, I better get ready, and then I walk and it's there. I don't have to wait at the bus stop. I've got my Oyster app, bus maps, which is just a shortcut for the actual website. Then of course City Mapper, Tube Map, Uber, another brilliant app. How cool is Uber? Because you can find a taxi in seconds. I once went for my grocery shopping. I ordered an Uber, and just before I closed the app, the taxi was in front of me, and I was like, ah, brilliant! City Mapper, which is fantastic if you are in an unknown place and you want to find your way around or go somewhere which you haven't been before. The Tube Map, of course. It is a very good tube map application with information, and also it has the rail and the tube information, so for you to schedule your travels. Southeastern app, so I know that my train is not delayed. London Walks is an amazing app. It started as a podcast, and then they created this app with this stupid background where you can't really see the actual letters, the writing. But believe it or not, this app was created by a priest, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant because you can hear the person speaking while they take you around walks in London, and you discover new things. And then I've got photo apps. This is going to take a while so I can show you what I'm using. I'm using Collage, which is a fantastic app to make different collages. You can choose different layouts. Yeah. I've got the Fonto app, which has very nice fonts, and then you can change the font and the size and the style. And then you can share it in social media, and anywhere you want you can send it and all that. I've got the Popograph, which is quite a cool app. If you see here, I made this photo of the iPhone case, and I might use this as my thumbnail. It's very cool because you mask things, and then you can edit the background if you want. So the background can be a haze, or it can be this, which is quite cool. I'll show you. so you can have different frames and then the foreground remains the same. It's a very cool app. I have Pick, Play, Post, Diptych, which is again a collage app. I use a lot of collage. Ripple makes different kinds of videos with your photos, and you can make it as ever you want. I've got Photomime, which is supposed to scan album photos and preserve them, but you can just take a picture. I think this was a mistake. I got Insta Weather, which actually shows you how the weather is, and you can put your own comments if you want, if you buy the more pro version. Moments, which is the Facebook moments you can share with other people, I don't really use. Insta Place, which is the same as Insta Weather, it's just showing the place instead of the weather. I've got Photobox and Snapfish, which are if you want to buy your pictures to print them. Project Life, which is so cool for my scrapbooking. I've got all my loyalty cards here. Store card is fantastic to keep all your loyalty cards so you don't have to carry a huge wallet with all of them. And if you see here, I've got dozens of loyalty cards. I've got my Starbucks card and the wallet, of course, from iPhone. I've got some internet things like IMG Flip and EE cards, and I like that by calling it internets. I created my own labels because I think they are very nice for me to navigate on the phone and to find them. I've got some shopping apps like Amazon Primark. It doesn't have an app, but I have created a shortcut for its page. The Boots app, IKEA, Harrods, Westfield is very useful with the maps. And my Etsy app, I've got the Wish application just for fun, QVC, and also La Moda, just a random. And then I've got one that I have called Audididdle, because I've got my Audible and my Kindle, and then my YouTube apps, which is the YouTube, the Studio One for creators, and Capture if I want to film a YouTube video. If you see here, I've got Listen, Watch, and TV. So here I've got my music apps, my Spotify, my Shazam, and my TuneIn Radio. I've got an app for my favorite band, The Who. And then I've got the Stitcher app, which it's like a radio program, and you can have your favorites playlist. And I'm currently listening to Ask Me Another, Desert Island Discs, and Wait, Don't Tell Me. Shazam, of course, and TuneIn Radio, as I said. On Watch, I've got IMDb because I constantly like to read about movie information. My Amazon Video, my Netflix, of course, Flickster, which has cinema reviews and times, which is very useful. And I discovered recently the Daily Motion app, which where I can watch very nice movies and stuff. It's like YouTube, but a bit more rare stuff. Then on TV, I've got my Channel 4, my iTV Hub, I've got BBC News and BBC iPlayer, and YouView, which is like a remote for my YouView box. And then my games, very quickly, Quiz Up, Heads Up, Akinator, which is quite a funny app. I talked about it in my previous video. 1 vs 100, I used to love watching that show, and now I can play it on my phone. Solitaire City, which has dozens of different solitaires. Of course, Candy Crush, Soda, again, it was in one of my favorites video. Bejeweled 2, Cookie Jam, Coin Does a Pro, which is quite mind-numbing, dropping coins. Big Swords, I don't know why I still have this, I haven't played it for ages. Family Fortunes, Treason, which it was one of the first few games I downloaded. Brick 3D, which is adrenaline high game, Charmed, of course, which is like a match 3 and it's called Charmed. And again, presumably it's the new generation game. And then finally, my favorite games, Wizard of Oz, with which I'm going to finish this video because it's the most brilliant match 3 up, but I have to warn you, it has a lot of glitches and it freezes. The Gardenscapes one is fun, another match 3 game, and you build your own garden. Of course, Angry Birds Blast is very funny, and I love the sound they make when you lose. Oh my god, it's so funny. I'm going to lose in purpose so you can see. Let's do it quickly. Let's see. And then I've got the Wheel of Fortune, which I still love, and I'm a very, very good player. I've got the 2048 with undo because I can't do it without undo, and I have reached the 135,000 a few times, and unfortunately it stops there. But whenever I want to pass my time in the bus or in the train, I play this game. And Farm Heroes Saga with my veggies, the cute veggies. So that's what's on my iPhone 7. I want to talk a little bit about the ethics of having a smartphone. In the very beginning, when I first got my first iPhone rather, yes, I was addicted because I was on the internet and on Facebook, but that was for a very short period. I realized how rude it is when you are together with people to be on your phone. So when I'm out on lunch with friends and family, or when I am on the street, I'm not on the phone. The only times I'm on my phone is on the buses, on the trains, when I'm on my own and I need to pass the time. Yes, I admit I'm on my phone, but I see people queuing and they are like that. Come on, people, look up. They're on the street and they are like that. They are with friends and family and they are like that. They sleep with their phone next to them. Are you one of those people? I'm not. My phone is in my living room. I'm on my bedroom, in my bedroom, and fall asleep. Yes, I admit I have Netflix on my iPad and watch at night, but I'm not on Facebook or Instagram all night checking messages and, oh my God, I don't know, is it everywhere like that and I'm the exception, or am I right? Please write your comments below. What do you think? Are you one of those addicted people, or are you more sociable outside your phone? So I'm gonna leave you with the scenes from the game I was playing, Wizard of Oz. As I said, it's quite glitchy. It's a very, very, and sometimes it even locks and doesn't update and you have to go offline to play it. But when you do play it, it's quite brilliant. So I'm going to leave you with that to see how brilliant it is. Don't forget to like this video, to comment below your views and any apps you might want to suggest, and also to subscribe, please, and see you soon. Bye bye.
the yellow brick road. All you do is follow the yellow brick road.
Never have I ever wore too much makeup when I was younger.
Who hasn't?
Oh my god.
Who hasn't?
Oh my god, like a clown.